Go ahead and define for the audience, what is transcendence? What is pure consciousness? And how does this relate to conscious experience?
Beautiful. Well, first, two analogies. One is you have an ocean and you have waves on the top of the ocean. The waves are individual experiencers, individual people. You can also see it as the waves are all of the thoughts that are going through your mind. They're constantly changing. What transcendence is when a specific wave can settle down and experience the ocean underneath. The wave itself is water. The inherent nature of the wave itself is water, and it just experiences its universal nature as the ocean, underlying water. And that's fundamentally what transcendence is. That underlying ocean is termed pure consciousness, pure meaning unmixed with thought activity. It's just consciousness, awareness itself. It has a number of shared characteristics of the experience. It's when you have that experience, it's an experience outside of time and space, outside of body sense. The awareness of who you are is no longer just a reflection of the individual nervous system. It's something which is existing. And so most people think about consciousness as conscious of as an individual experience. And what that is, it's a reflection of that ocean of consciousness rising in a specific wave. But we're not that wave. We're not a gender. We're not a nationality, an age, an education. Those are qualities that we have, and these are giving qualities to this underlying field of consciousness, which is our universal nature. And what is that nature? It's a nature to grow. It's what wakes us up in the morning.
Mm.
It's what gives us direction. It's where our attention goes in a situation. We're always wanting to expand. That's who we fundamentally are, and we do it through the functioning of the nervous system.
And so I know how I came to practice TM, and I've never asked you this before. So publicly, I'd like to ask you, how did you come to practice TM?
Oh, it's an interesting story. I was in a theater group, and I wanted to do things like meditation, but it was group living and so on. And so I left. This was in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I left the theater group. I went up to Boston. I was living actually in Alston, just a couple miles from the Cambridge TM Center, living with a college roommate. And I was reading different books, and my interest was in growth of inner subjectivity. I realized at that time is that's what had to be developed. Everything I learned in school was things to do outside, how to behave, how to think, how to do, and so on. But to actually explore the thinker, the doer, who I was fundamentally,
Mm.
I knew that was something extremely important that I wanted to do with my life.